Another day, another comment from my boss about being replaceable by AI. Hi, my name is Cooper. Welcome to the Just Roll With It channel. I have recorded this video, this will be the third time now. And I also, for my job, which I shoot YouTube videos for, I had to record that video twice as well because I forgot to hit the record button. That was on me. And I'm sorry that I'm having to fix this camera position whilst recording, but this is just the type of raw, authentic content you get here on the Just Roll With It channel. I just finished recording a 30-minute version of this video, but determined that I was rambling and not really focused on what I was saying very well, and it wasn't very enjoyable to watch. So I'm gonna try and keep this version of the video a little bit more brief but still uncut because I don't really want to edit it. I just want it. I want to be speaking from my heart, but in a timely fashion, so I'm not wasting your time. But basically, I wanted to make a video about my 2026 goals, though the camera's over here now. I had the camera flipped before. I wanted to make a video about 2026 goals, and I think that I still will do that, a little bit more detailed. I'm also trying not to say as much, so I'm gonna be keeping that on my brain. I almost did it. That's exactly when I would do it though. Right there too. So, it's really hard not to do it. Okay, but I also had a 2-hour meeting with my boss, with the new social media manager hire, and one other coworker that's in the marketing department, if you could even call it a department. And basically, it just reinforced my 2026 goals a little bit more, which is that I need a new job. I need to find more fulfilling work that actually gives me meaningful connections. I need to be paid more so I can reach towards big goals in the future. And I need to find more activities in my life that are grounding and that bring me closer to my friends and family. That's a little bit of a quick breakdown of my thoughts here. But basically what happened in the meeting was that the new hire, who seems like a very, very nice person, I've got no animosity towards her, seems very capable and will probably be a great addition to the team. But at one point she was like talking about how there is a service out there that can create AI generated videos, like social media videos. Like, it will generate people talking about products and stuff, and because that's what it specializes in, apparently the videos look pretty realistic. And there's multiple feelings that come from hearing that. I'm not super offended to hear that coming from her, that technically the work I do is replaceable, or that we should be using more AI. I don't like that, and I will give my opinion about AI in a second. But after she said that, my boss, the VP of the company, made a joke and said, "Oh, great, we should definitely do that because then we can fire Cooper." Yeah, not a super funny joke to hear. I want to get it straight. I wasn't necessarily offended by the joke itself, because I've been dealing with this guy for the last 3 years. My skin's got a little bit tougher. I've got a little bit more callous. I know how he works. I know how to deal with his antics a little bit better. I know that it's not personal, and that maybe he doesn't love his life and decides to take out that anger by punching down on people, which stinks because he probably he knows that I can't really punch back up to him very easily, so it's probably how he deals with his crappy life. but it wasn't super. But hearing comments like that doesn't make my outlook of the future feel very positive. It doesn't fill me with aspirations and joy about the future when I hear my boss casually joking about how I'm fireable because of AI. Again, not offended by the joke, just adds on to the kind of the general negative vibes that we live in, like that our society's going towards. And that's not fun. And it makes me want to even more so get a new job, work somewhere where I feel a little bit more valued. And maybe I do have to, and in fact I will, have to evolve as a professional, and I can't just rely on marketing myself as a videographer. I'm gonna have to be more than that. But I would love to feel valued for the work that I do, even if it's replaceable. I would like to have meaningful connections with the people that I work with. And that's another thing too. I know that my current boss doesn't actually know a single thing about me, like actually about me. So how could he insult me or say something negative towards me that I actually take seriously when I know he doesn't even know who I am at all? Yeah, I took it back. So I would like to work somewhere where the people do actually know me. What a concept. I'd like to work somewhere where people know me, respect me. It makes the job that I work at seem so awesome. Look, I'm not perfect. So that interaction happened. Then there's my just opinions about AI and like, okay, now my job is becoming more AI involved. And basically, I try to have nuanced opinions about things, right? So like, obviously I don't love the environmental impact that AI like has. I don't like that it stomps creativity and people aren't thinking for themselves as much. They're just reaching for trying to be told what to do. But the two bigger things for me are, one, AI is only in the long term, and I need you to really think deep about this and really like be honest. AI in the long term will only serve to replace people and line the pockets of the businesses and companies that use AI. And I'm not even trying to talk about like big business is going to take over the world, like Google. Do you want Google to be like the king of the world? Like, I'm not even trying to go that far. Just think about it logically. In a capitalist society, if you could have a robot do something or a human do something, almost 100% of the time, a business will take the cost-cutting measure of going with the robot and not the human. And as AI improves, which like everyone who is trying to make a buck off of AI wants to see AI improve, or everyone that works in corporate wants to see AI improve. As it improves, it will get better and better at replacing people, and we don't have another version of society to fall back on. Like, we have no replacement for people working. So basically, think of the worst case scenario and just assume that that's what's going to happen. And then two is like, just ruining like the last bits of enjoyment out of life. AI, do you want to live in a world where everything that you see, that you hear about, that you interact with is generated by a machine learning software and not by a human? Like, genuinely, like, I understand that AI helps with productivity. I understand that it can like write video scripts or make websites, and that at the end of the day, like, a lot of people won't notice or care as long as the content is good. But if the goal is to keep having AI be, oh, my girlfriend's texting me, if the goal is to have AI continue to get better and better and better, and therefore make more and more and more of the content and make the decisions on what content is going to be, at some point, just the natural end point of that is that everything is AI generated. And do you want to live in a world where everything is AI generated? Like, genuinely, like, sit down, think deep, and ask yourself, do you want to listen to AI music? Do you want to watch AI videos? Like, I don't know. I have yet to be convinced that is the more positive future than anything else. If you think otherwise, convince me in the comments down below. But anyways, so that's my rough opinion about AI. I do think it has a place in productivity, just like how Google has a place in productivity, just how the smartphone has a place in productivity. AI can absolutely have a place in productivity and in automation and in education, but video generation and just specifically generative AI in general, I'm unconvinced that there is a positive outcome of that. Anyways, this video is also partly just about my goals for 2026. Golly Ned. I kind of ran through the goals a little bit in the beginning of this video, but basically I'm thinking more about myself, not in like a selfish way, but trying to not let the matrix of the world around me affect me emotionally, and making decisions in my life that benefit my future, benefit my girlfriend's future, benefit my family's future, and doesn't benefit the future of Sam Altman or mega corporations or paid politicians or anything like that. So I am fixing to work somewhere else that values me more as a person, values the work that I do, even if I have to evolve to make myself more marketable. I want to rebalance the way that I work. I currently work 8. I don't remember if I said this in this version of this video or the other two, but I work 9 to 5, which is actually really 8 to 4:30. And yes, that's 8.5 hours because I don't get paid for my lunch. So I have to stay here an extra half hour every day. And it takes 35 to 40 minutes to get here and back home every day. So that's way too much time wasted. And videography and creative work and 9 to 5 just doesn't really work well together unless you are specifically working in marketing, which I kind of am, but I'm kind of not also. I'm kind of like half and half. So it doesn't work, and it's grueling to be here longer than I need to be. It's grueling to be confined to this space and having to just make videos here, and I know I could go out and on location somewhere to go down to a park or something, but it's freaking cold out. It's actually warmer today. It's 38 degrees, but in Jersey, it's been in the singles and the 10s and the 20s for the last month. So I might want to find a job that is 9 to 5, but a little bit more flexible. Maybe it's salary based, so I don't have to like literally be clocking in and out all day. Maybe I do a part-time job and I do freelance for the rest of my time. Maybe I do freelance full-time. Maybe I do something else. We'll get there in a second. I also don't want to be too worried about already being super highly skilled and marketable right now, so that I can hit the ground running at the next job that I get. I'm trying to develop a different philosophy of searching for jobs, analyzing what skills that they need, and then either educating myself a little bit on those skills beforehand, but more specifically for that job, or more tuned for that specific job, or just being generally mentally prepared to start the job and learn some new skills. I'm someone that I will rot away not getting anything done because I feel like I have to prepare 100% before doing something, but I'm so overwhelmed that I just don't end up doing it. Like, I wasn't applying for or thinking about getting a new job for a long time because I thought that I needed to learn so much more before I could even fathom going and getting another job. But now I'm like, okay, I do have skills, and but I don't have all of them, but that's okay. I'll look for a job, and if they need X, Y, and Z, I'll be ready to learn it when the time comes. So it sounds like kind of a light realization or like goal to have, but it really does a lot for someone like me who overthinks things a lot, and it's definitely a more positive mind shift. It's a little bit more relaxed, and I'm trying to be a little bit more relaxed, and I'm trying to live for outside the job, not just for my job, which brings me to the third thing is I want to do more fulfilling side projects in 2026, whether that is for money and like more career oriented, or if it's just for something completely different. I edit a podcast in my free time now, and it's been really nice to earn that extra cash, but it means that I'm working all the time. I get here at 8, I work till 4:30, I get home at like 5:15, and then I'm editing, and I'm just always working, and I'm not afraid of hard work and working more, but I recognize that it is easy to burn yourself out if you're not careful. So even though I'm still going to keep doing this podcast, I am trying to find other things in my life to do that are fulfilling to me. And I am someone that cycles through interests, and I do have like things outside of work, obviously, that I enjoy, but typically unintentionally the angle, or let's say the outcome of that of having interests has been escapism, or they've been like kind of maybe unmeaningful. Like I'll like at some point I was really into Halo Infinite, playing that game. I like thought about it during the day. I came home and I wasn't obsessive over it, but I every single day for a long time had like 2 hours allotted for every night to play Halo Infinite, and that served as more of a distraction than a fulfilling activity to do. and that's what I'm looking to add to my life in 2026. I'm kind of like in a little bit of a lull in my personal interests. That's not 100% true. I'm fixing to build myself a gaming PC, and it's literally the worst time ever to be building a gaming PC. But interests come and they're not always well timed. But I really like tech, and I really like learning about tech stuff, and so it's been really fun to learn about CPUs and GPUs. And I'm a Mac guy, so although I am not knowledgeable about like tech in general, because I love cameras and stuff, and I know a lot about Mac computers, but the PC world has been elusive to me, and I've been, ooh, look at this light coming in. Me and my coffee maker. So I've been getting into the idea of building a gaming PC. One, because it's just interesting. Two, because my girlfriend and I are moving in together, which means I am moving out of my place with Cameron. And if you don't know Cameron, go check out my main channel. Him and I just did a 2016 tier list, which was really fun to make. But he's a friend in my, like, he's the one friend in my life that I actually see on a regular basis and have like a good, like, solid friendship, like, relationship with. And I don't want us moving apart. I don't want that to be tarnished. So I want to get a gaming PC so that at the very least, when we can't hang out, we can at least hop on Megabunk. I know that this is not a multiplayer game, but hop on a game together and play something. Also, just a side note though, I should have done this years ago, but I found out how you can play PC games on a Mac last night, and I set it up, and my mind is blown, even though I know that was something you could do. So I might be able to wait out this whole like PC hardware prices shenanigans going on, but it also might be something that I do soon. But all that said, I'm looking to also expand my external curricular activities into work that doesn't involve my career in any way. And I meant to make this video at my desk at home, but I don't have time to make a video at home this week. So, but the desk that I use at home is a desk that I built myself. I just got interested in the idea of doing it through like watching YouTube videos, and I figured that I could do it, and I set out to do it, and I did it. And I'll show some pictures here if possible, if I got any. But I was thinking like, oh my God, it would be so fun to make desks as a side project, and I sell them. Maybe I make a couple bucks here and there. Like maybe it's not super profit driven, but that could just be. I'm looking for something else to do besides my career because I just so easy to get burnt out. And I think when my life needs to be a little bit more balanced. I know that once my girlfriend Ashley and I move in together, we want to maybe get involved in the local community that we find ourselves in, maybe join a club, make some friends or whatever. I'm missing a lot of those kind of other life balances that make your job less important. So in 2026, I am working towards finding those other balances to make life more enjoyable, to make the future seem brighter, to have more minds in my life than just my own screaming at me in my head. So So yeah, that's a little roundup of the stuff that's happening at my job, the reasons how it is motivating me to accomplish some goals in my life and what those goals are. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, at the end of the day, you just gotta roll with it. You just gotta roll with it. The life is the way that it is, and we can try to make some changes in it, like make changes on the big picture, but the main thing that we can really do is make changes in our personal lives, take meaningful action, spend time with your dang family and friends, because you are all getting older and you only got so much time left to do that. There's one more for you, and with that, thank you for watching. I think I did it. I think this video will be good enough for me to post, and I can't record it again because I have to leave. I'm at work right now, but I have to go hang out with my girlfriend. So, see you later.